Now, as you all may remember about the infamous drummer Keith Moon from The who was actually the lead drummer for the British rock band during the British invasion, The Who. So today I'll actually be telling the story about what really happened to Keith Moon back in 1967. If you guys don't know who is Keith Moon, he's actually the drummer for The Who, and he was actually the original member of the band before he died. So apparently what I was going to say is that Keith Moon actually has been with The Who from 1964 to 1978. He was only 32 years old at that time, and it was definitely a tragic moment to see Keith Moon dying at a very young age, you know. Now, without being said or so you can check out and you can type out Keith Moon and read the Wikipedia to know all about him, when he died, when he was born, what did he really do. So, eventually, on August 23rd, 1967, The Who apparently had a birthday celebration for Keith Moon, who turned 21 years old. So, eventually, what I was gonna say is that when you do read the Wikipedia about Keith Moon, right? Yeah, which I'm not gonna really show it to you. So apparently, if you guys don't know, he was actually the English drummer for the rock band The Who. He was known for his destructive behavior and addiction to drugs and alcohol. He was also very, very eccentric at that time. So apparently, Keith was definitely like the hyperactive person that would normally destroy things. So on August 23rd, 1967, there was a tour opening for Herman's Hermits. So Herman's Hermits is another band from the British invasion as well. So Herman's Hermits and The Who were released on the same year. They were founded on the same year. And so what I was gonna say is that during that time, Moon celebrated his 21st birthday. Although it was supposed to be his 20th birthday, which was definitely an error, and Keith Moon was born in 1946, not 1947. If you guys are confused when was Keith Moon born, this one you guys should just search it up, because I'm not going to tell it to you again, okay? I'm not going to tell it to you because you know this thing about when was Keith Moon born. I think that's kind of annoying, so I'm just going to leave that. According to Entwistle, he decided that it would be a published fact that it was his 21st birthday and he was allowed to drink. Now, again, what I was saying is it depends on your age. Sometimes it depends on the limit. Like, when are you allowed to drink, when are you not allowed to drink. Unfortunately for that, in America, at 21 years old, you're allowed to drink. So does Malaysia. In Korea, it's 19 years old. Like, definitely the youngest. Like, why? Why would they just do that? You know, like, why would they just allow a teen to drink alcohol in Korea? You know, I don't really like alcohol because it's very bitter and it can make you seriously drunk. You know, like, what I was gonna say is that what's the age limit to just drink beer? So, in the minimum legal age in the U.S., it's 21 years. However, prior to the enactment of the National Minimum Drinking Age Act of 1964, the alcohol could be purchased when it's verified from state to state. The legal age to actually consume alcoholic beverages is actually 21 years old. So you guys can read the Wikipedia out and you can search it up. Like, when are you really allowed to drink alcohol? Now, apparently Keith Moon was definitely 21 at that time. Well, it was definitely like a really, really young age for him to take alcohol. So, when the drummer had drunk so much of alcohol, in the arrival of Flint, The Who actually spent the afternoon visiting local radio stations with Nancy Lewis, who was actually the band's publicist, and Moon posed for a photo outside the hotel in front of a Happy Birthday Keith sign. According to Lewis, Moon was drunk at that time when the when the band went on stage in Outwood Stadium. So Outwood Stadium is actually a 11,000 feet stadium, which was actually in Flint, Michigan. So, eventually returning to the hotel, Moon had started a big food fight. The cake apparently flew into the manager's face. So Keith apparently took a little bit of the cake. It definitely does have like marzipan in it. So definitely the cake had flew through the air and the drummer had knocked part of the tooth out. At the hospital, the doctors actually could not give him an anesthetic due to his abbreviation before removing the remainder of the tooth. Back at the hotel, the melee interrupted, which I do believe the melee is actually like a confused fight or a scuffle. It's actually a confused crowd of people. Fire extinguishers were set off, and gaseous objects were thrown into the swimming pool, and a piano was destroyed. The chaos only ended when the police arrived with the guns drawn. So apparently, Keith was actually in his register. Definitely, he decided to strip himself. So what happened is that Keith got himself really drunk at the party. He began drinking a lot of alcohol, and somehow he had a big, enormous food fight with the cake being thrown everywhere. Everyone was like crazy, and Keith had drove a car into a swimming pool, which it's like very, very crazy. Keith was actually known as like the king of hotel destructions, and somehow he loves to destroy hotels. Like he destroys hotels, he destroys houses, including his own. So apparently, there's not much I can really say. So after that, The Who was banned for life after Keith Moon decided to have another bad food fight. So Keith apparently was running around, either in his underwear or his birthday suit. He somehow slipped on a piece of cake and knocked out one of the tooth. So eventually, the Furious Holiday Management presented the groups for $24,000, but it was reportedly settled by the Hermits tour Ed McCann. So Townsend apparently claimed that The Who was actually banned for life because of Keith's hotel destruction. According to Fletcher, it was actually known that they stayed in the Holiday Inn in Rochester, New York, but a week later it was widely known that Keith had drove a Lake Cardashiel swimming pool. It was actually a car, and apparently it's the swimming pool, as claimed in the drummer and the Rolling Stones interview. So apparently, because of this, they had very, very bad financial problems. It was known that Keith apparently destroyed hotels, and he definitely does have like enthusiasm of it. According to Entwistle, they had lost around 150 pounds because in the 1960s the group was actually much in debt. But even when the group had relatively stable after the Tommy tour, it was actually known that Keith was the one destroying hotels. So apparently this was actually like really, really scary. It was like very, very dangerous. Keith has been like controlling, like this was a very, very dangerous habit for everyone. Like it's really dangerous. It's really dangerous when you drink like lots of alcohol and then you die at just a very young age. Like it's definitely like terrible. So in the video right here, it actually just say like they put Keith Moon, and I mean Holiday Inn is such an idiot. Keith Moon is dead, and then they put John and Twisty, like John and Twisty, way to fail for that. Now what I'm gonna say is that the Holiday Inn lady didn't really check her spelling when it comes to trying to check it, like trying to say that they're welcome back in, But I'm gonna just update this to you guys, okay? The video actually premiered a long time ago, so there was actually footage from the late 2000s before John Entwistle died, like that. So not much I can really say about that, but definitely Keith was definitely a joker. He was definitely the one trying to have his style of drumming. But when it comes to like self-destruction and alcohol, he definitely does get drunk, He gets drunk, like seriously drunk. He could have just killed himself, Keith would have just killed himself on stage, Now, apparently, there was actually one more thing I wanted to really say, okay, about Keith Moon. In the Holiday Inn, the Who was arrested for the night. They spent the jail in the night. So, eventually, I'm gonna show the abandoned picture about what happened right here. So apparently, Keith didn't really have the money. So I know he's rich. Let's say this: when you got money and you do the kind of things I get up to, people laugh and say that you're eccentric, which is a polite way of saying that you're fucking mad. I'm so sorry, guys, if I use the F word, but definitely this actually came from the quote that Keith Moon said. Because of his like self-destructive behavior, he definitely gets like out of control. He's a very hyperactive kid. But according to that, Keith definitely does have ADHD, which actually does stand for maybe it does stand for like attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or he could have just have autism. In my opinion, he would have just have autism. So what I'm gonna say is this: I'm so sorry, guys, if I have to swear. The quote was actually like kind of here. So this is actually the former location right here. It looks abandoned to me. The hotel where Keith Moon actually celebrated his 21st birthday while the Who were on tour for the opening of Herman's Hermits. Keith was the master of hotel destruction, and this place as well. It had the total cost and mayhem around $24,000. So this is actually the place right now. It looks abandoned to me. Now this place apparently does have a pool, but unfortunately for that, it does not have a pool. Okay, guys. Again, what I was saying is that there's somehow a bit of destruction for Keith Moon. It comes to self-destruction, and definitely Keith does like to do a lot of these stuff, like end up in a serious food fight and try to do a lot of these kind of things. I know because Keith is definitely just like an octopus on the drums. He's definitely destructive when the Who were actually visiting in hotels. I know Keith Moon just drinks a lot until he's like drunk, and he just throws things down into the swimming pool, or he just uses cherry bombs into the toilet, like. Okay, guys, I wanted to say something about this video, and it's not gonna be that good, So I wanted to say this to everyone, including some of the subscribers who actually subscribe to me. Okay. Alright, guys, I'm so sorry for using the F word, because the quote apparently did say like that. So unfortunately for that, I wanted to say I was really sorry about the way I acted, Alright, I think that could be enough, right? That could be quite enough that I really wanted to say on this video, okay? Now, there's not much I can really say about what happened to the Who next in the band after Keith Moon did some destructive behavior. He probably just did something very, very bad. He just did something like, why would he just do this one on his birthday? It was really, really bad. It was really, really destructive. it was like, oh, you probably just seen Keith Moon trying to do a lot of these kinds of things. Just because he wants to do it. I mean, Keith would have just killed himself on his birthday, you know, like he would kill himself on his 21st birthday because Keith is the one being really destructive and you can't stop him. He's drunk. He's like seriously drunk at that time, you know. Now, there was actually one thing I wanted to say about this. Before I really sign off, I just want to say I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry I did not do any videos, you know. I was actually busy and you've been wondering, am I still gonna do a lot of Who videos these days? Am I still gonna do a lot of this? I don't know, guys. I think it may depend on my timing, you know. Like on my timing, if I'm really at home, it's fine. If I'm at school, that one actually depends, you know. Like online could be fine, but sometimes it depends on my timing on how much I can really make this video, you know, like that. And also to Michael Sally, who's apparently subscribing to my channel. I'm so sorry for cursing out in this video. I'm also very sorry for not doing these rock banners videos. I don't know about this. I don't know if it's good or not. I don't know about it, you know, like I don't know. I don't know if I'm telling the right thing about the Who because I know not everyone just listens to it. So eventually, guys, I think that could be all for now. And this is me, Wheeling the Simpsons and Atomic Puppet Lover, signing off.